Hello and welcome to the next episode of Banner Saga 3 with me, Winslayer. I think this is going to be the last one that I record today. I'm having a lot of fun here, but it's getting kind of late already, so let's see what kind of trouble I can get into in 1 hour. What's your face wants to talk? Hey lady. You notice Volk is standing alone, arms crossed, sporting a deadly scowl. Everything alright? Yeah, we're doing great. Our leader is hunting us down. We've been kidnapped by witches, and now we're arguing about how many dredge we can save along the way. It's the kind of thing a little girl grows up dreaming about. She's funny. I like her character a lot. I get your point. She glares through narrow eyes. How did a woman get accepted into the Ravens anyways? Sure, I want to know. This is the part where you ask me about my past, we talk about my family and hug. Eat some black snow, Varl. Okay. These guys all chose to be here just like me. That's the truth. That's all the family you need to know about. Considering you didn't even mention family you doubt, that's the whole story, but you let it drop. She glares at you through the narrow eyes. You still care about Volvark? Are you trying to piss me off? Imagine little Alette hunting you through the darkness, trying to rip your throat out. Now imagine some arse accuses you of having feelings about it. You notice Volka's hand instinctively go to the axe Bolverk had thrown at Ivan a few days back. What are you doing with that axe? Its name is Claw, and what I plan to do with it is my business. Can we agree to keep it tucked away? If the sight of it scares you, then yes, I'll keep it safe and snug right here. I'm not suicidal, Ivor. I'm not going to plant it in that Volka's skull. Not right now. She glares at you through narrow eyes. Or is this pleasant to be around? I never asked to be around you. I've always heard the Vrall like their space. You're not wrong. It must be nice to be accepted for something like that. My kind treat you like you're diseased if you don't act right, but the Ravens, they don't judge. It's not like I want to be completely alone. I just don't need tedious, pointless conversations with every idiot who has an idiot opinion. Oh, damn. Damn it all. You got me talking about myself. What are we done here? She glances in. Okay. Bye, Falca. I get why you came over now. Juna's ready to go. No, I came on my own. You know, I used to be great at telling when someone is lying, but it sure is harder these days, isn't it? You know what I mean? Let's get something straight. I'll take talking to you over Juno, but you're no Raven. And what happened to Bolvark? I'm not convinced that he doesn't have a good reason for what he's doing. So don't give me a reason to let him, and don't try to get close and friendly. Yeah, you made yourself clear. Good. Then we might get along. Now excuse me while I gather the unkindness. Unkindness? That's what they call a flock of ravens. Ivor. Fitting, don't you think? Cool. So if I want to rest, my morale's going to go down, but my heroes are probably going to be closer to fighting again. And my Varl went down, which is really, 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 really bad. Or at least my main Varl went down. We have 90 XP, which is quite nice. This guy gets more range distance. Nice. Let's do that then. You got 3 points to spend on whatever traits I feel like. Well, that's excellent. Get extra break talents. That's interesting. I didn't notice that on other people before that. So she can do a lot of armor break. Castaway has a lot of armor break. Oh, that's amazing. I'm so happy to see that I have a character that I can use like that. I think we'll heavy on that so that she's avoiding a lot of armor attacks whenever people try to break her armor. It's going to be a waste of their turn. And let's actually take her to this level. Do I want her to make people bleed? Ooh, I could give her crazy break. I think she's going to be our armor breaker. And then Ollie will be the damage over time one. As much as I want to do the consecutive thing for him, because it would be pretty good for Axe Storm. It'd be better with Bloody Flail, but a range damage over time just sounds awesome. He's got 6 points to spend. More willpower sounds okay. Take some extra puncture, extra chance to puncture. Still got points left, huh? Take that off of there and put it here. Ivan and Alfred did really good work in that last battle. I just kind of got a little bit reckless at the end. I might take that on Kiwi so he can just slaughter people. I can improve her ability. She can do it from a range if I improve her ability. Just wish she had a little bit more willpower to work with. Kind of want to use Ditch. I know he's good, but I haven't really I haven't used him enough. She's still got 2 points I can spend on her. She's maxed out her break, which makes her very dodgy on armor type damage. Give her some dodge on her. Or I could go for lucky shot so she can hit with low health. Let's go with dodge though. I like dodge. Defy killing blows. Go for other things, but nah. I'm gonna try this out. Points to give her another point of damage. I think we should take it. She can have another point of attack, actually. I seem to have put her points into other things other than attack. Maybe they gave her another point of health because she needed it. I think I'd rather have her have stubborn so she can keep using her skills and spells. It's a pretty big investment for like a chance just to get her some stuff. Please don't die. Castaway and Kiwi. We got 2 dredge with us. I like the blue. That looks really nice. Alfred finds a quiet moment to make her way over to you, leaning on her staff. Why didn't you tell me, Varl? Tell you what? About being the destroyer. It isn't something that comes up often in conversation. You'll have to excuse me. I don't always know how to speak with people. I spend a lot of time alone, or with the sculptors. You know what? I'm actually afraid I'm gonna get like a boost in my, my morale, so I'm going to take a day to rest here before finishing this conversation, or really going through it, because I think we're going to get a morale boost, and if I understand how this works, resting it's good. Morale improved? But it didn't cost me anything. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Apparently I can just rest forever. There must be some penalty for it that I just can't see. Alright, so yeah, we read this last time. Why don't you tell me, Varl? I'll tell you what, about being the destroyer. It isn't something that comes up often, yeah. You'll have to excuse me, I don't always know how to, yeah. I spend a lot of time alone, or with sculptors. Sculptors? More precisely, they see something like we who shape the stone. But it's close enough. You think the dredge call themselves dredge, didn't you? There's quite a lot I've learned from them. Some things you may know, many secrets. Often waits. Alright, yeah. How'd you learn mending out here on your own? Mending, bah, call it what it is. We pluck at the threads of reality. Almost anyone who can see that, if you know how to look. Who do you think taught the teachers? The gods. And who taught the gods? Even godlier gods? Anyway, you see my point. Don't think so highly of your mender friends. They're more dangerous than they let on. How do you mean? I trained to be a mender when I was just a girl. They tried to kill me, believe it or not. Aral right there was the one sent to do it. Who? Bercy? Oh, Bercy, yeah. She points to the figure of Bercy snoozing on the hard ground. I don't think he even remembers me. I look a little different back then. But I escaped, not before I learned some things. They trained their simple-minded menders to heal up stubborn toes and raise walls. It's a fine distraction from the powers that the Valk already wield. So the reason I knew that was because I remembered Bercy did like some mercenary work in his old days. He used to be some kind of bandit. It's silly. He worked for the menders as like an assassin. And he's just snoozing over on the side. But if an apprentice doesn't have the skill to control their weapon, they're a threat to the mender's reputation. And if you show too much skill, well, you're an even bigger threat. Alfred awaits your reply. The sculptors see you as an ally. You'll all need to stop looking at everything as us and them. Some of them are friends, others are not, the same as any people, anywhere. She calls her dredge ally to join you. Kiwi is one of a new breed. He's a diplomat, like me. New? The first dredge were all made by a real bastard of a god to kill and destroy. But they learned to make their own kind. A second generation of sculptors see a different fate. They can change Varl, and even the first dredge see this change. There was a sunder, Chime, who could echo any sound and any language. She spoke for the new generation of dredge. Chime wanted a peaceful resolution to go back to the darkness and save them. She was killed at Grofheim in the Calamity. Save who? What now? But her own kind. We decided to carry on her mission. Kiwi nods his head silently and makes a look. I thought I saw Kiwi like hiding behind Ivor there. He says he has no hatred of you, Ivor, and no fear. Alfred awaits. Alright. Our secrets. What? For nothing. I'm nothing of a, if not a trader of knowledge, you know. The rare secrets don't come cheap. How about this? In exchange for telling me how you became a destroyer, I'll tell you something you may find quite important. What do you say? If you promise to keep it to yourself, I do. The Sunder I killed Reyes. It was no legendary battle. When I brought her head back to the other vault, they invented their own stories. The truth is I got separated from my allies and found her out in a snowstorm, alone. She was cradling an infant. My axe accidentally killed the child. She didn't even put up a fight after that. Indeed. It was Bellower's child, Ivor. Ooh. How can you? Are you certain? Completely. Consider that our trade. There's more to tell at another time, maybe. Well, I guess we gotta get going then. Just one more thing. Alfred looks at you with curiosity. Are those varl horns on your staff? Alfred laughs it with genuine mirth. Yeah, I guess they look a bit like it. Nothing to worry about, Ivor. They're a gift that I treasure very much. You see, I have friends of all sorts. But as you said, we should be going. Another story for another time, perhaps? I want to get going, but it looks like I can rest up to get Ivor back in fighting form. We'll rest one more day before heading out, I think. Bye, people. Kiwi, you gotta tank some fools. I feel like I could probably get away with using like Kiwi and one other hero for a lot of these battles. Like maybe a smaller party would be better. Does it worry anyone else that they've somehow gone ahead of us? Asked Valgard. What once was a hill has been twisted into a thin strip of land, pulled long like spider silk, with a steep drop beneath. Warped shamble back and forth across it, but Bulwark is nowhere in sight. They don't need rest. Falka realized with a shudder. Bulwark can't confront us directly, not while the Valka's alive. Not while the Valka live. He's going to thin the herd all the way to Richhorn. Fane. Spitzali, it's exactly what we do, isn't it? I hate it. Let's ask Falka's tactical advice. If it were us, we'd lure them across, lay archers to hit them from the wings, while spears come up to fill the retreat. Something tells me the warp can't coordinate like ravens, though. But what would Bulwark do with with a bunch of drunk idiots? Falka mutters and thinks for a while. He'd make it look like a trap, so we tried to get fancy. My gut says we just rush it. Ollie has really? We're gonna make a shield wall. Give me a shield, you say. Gathering everyone who can hold one. Stay on the inside. Push them over the edge, you say, and don't break formation. As you batter another warped body over the edge of the bridge, an explosion rocks your shield, splinters it. The rest hesitate, held in place by the barrage. Slingers, shouts Falka. Push forward or jump, weaklings. Okay. So they've got some slingers. Part of me wants to bring Valgard and Mogan and just have them hang around Kiwi, create a giant shield wall. But we need Ivan's range, and Alfred can heal, which is super, super nice. Yeah, I don't enough to go to that level. Ollie has enough to go to the next level, but it's just like, is it worth it? 2 points for 1 round? It's more quicker, I guess, so sure. Ollie, don't die, please. I think the line won't work against those slingers. Yeah, we're gonna have to run out and get the slingers. Let's go to there. Try and get some of them to come forward. So she can get her attack on this one. Her shatter stones. It explodes in a 5-tile area immediately. Does she have a different one than I remember? Sunstrike. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles forward, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can use her ability. I thought she had extra range. Yeah, it explodes immediately. It doesn't take a whole turn to deal with her. That's pretty cool. I have her move again and do that to him. Or have her retreat. Probably have her retreat. I'll probably armor break her. I'll save the willpower. Try and bring them in here. Oh, went after a different target than I thought, which is nice for me, I guess. Looks like we have as much time as we want with this battle. The pressure's off on it. So now we can retreat, right? It didn't move. Okay. We'll go there. I think we should go get the bear. Don't want it to take, I don't want Kiwi to take too many strikes here, so let's go get this slinger. Nice. One, two, three. I'll go 3 forward. She's in a much better position. Let's go there then. This is like using Ysira but upgraded. Leave her alone, please. Ooh. He's not coming up anytime soon, which is good. This guy is. Followed by that one. You got some openings here to do some stuff. So this slinger is coming up kind of soon. Before Kiwi, Ivan can use a thing on it if he wanted to. I mean, I can just kill this slinger, just outright just kill that weak one. Or I can give her another move, which I could use to use her skill again. A good skill. I need to feed her kills because that's an amazing character right there. Should I kill this one? It's only got 2 armor break, but it's in my back lines, and I don't like that. These guys are all like diagonal with each other, so I need to get close enough to use his attack on this guy, I think. Have it spread around everyone. So we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that will work, right? Keep in mind that this guy's gonna reach pretty far. Especially after you do your stuff. Kiwi will have a better path forward though, if we do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might go to Kiwi, but I don't think it will. Oh, it did get to Kiwi. Okay. And it actually landed on him last, so it did a bit. She could heal. If she had the next rank, she could heal the one I want to heal. Unfortunately, no. That is not the case. I will get her in position though for, whoops, doing something like that. So we got an 11 here. Let's go attack the bear a bit. When's he coming up? Not too soon. Let's do that so that this one can hurt him. Ooh, resisted. See your move. Getting Tempest. Do I want to Tempest the 13? He's gonna have no attack if I don't move. So I think what I would like to do is maybe give Alfwin her next move so we can heal. No, we need this guy to hurt this one. An 11 against that one will do quite a bit. Thundering Impact would have gone through them all. I should have done that. Darn. I was just thinking I want to block the path so that he doesn't have a good move and... Actually, before you do that... Who's adjacent to who? You're no longer adjacent to Kiwi, so you could do this. Oh, she's no longer in, she's not in range. That's annoying. Alright, just hurt him a little bit. Attacked his friend. Okay. That's cool. Alright, so no, they're no longer what you call it, adjacent. Let's do some damage over time on him. Now I think he bleeds, right? Let's use the troll stones. I do love the name Troll Stone. It's quite good. It's great how they attack the obstacles too. Let's go in here and heal him. I think they tried to make her look less appealing in the beginning of the game. She's amazing. Watch this. Does this go through them all? No, just to the next target, the adjacent one. So with 5 armor, the bear can get to her. I want her to get as many kills as she can. Those two are adjacent, so we'll hit the bear and him, I think. Here we go. I'll deal with the bear. Bye, bear. Goodbye, that dude. We'll use his little lightning thing on him. Let's test this really quickly. Yeah. He just died walking down Kiwi's thingy. Get him. Nice. She just got something for getting a kill. Did he just gain armor? Oh, because he's a dredge. I see. Let's do that again. Kill this one off with that special thing. If only she had one more point, she could kill this dude. In case there is a second half to this, which I somehow doubt. One down. Nice, Krumar. You got a level up there. That wasn't terrible. I need to try using the one that restores willpower to people so that my dredge slinger there can just keep throwing that crazy skill out. That was awesome. With Krumar able to get her to keep spamming that, sounds nice. And then what's his face may be able to restore will like as well. They're more organized than last time. This time the warp seemed more organized than the last. That could have gone all wrong, Spar says, peering over the bridge edge at the twisted rocks far below. Falk replies, yeah, we could all be dead. Come on, this isn't the place to give Bulwark another try. Agreed. Is Ivor a day closer to helping out? Small pale orbs wink at you from deep crags in the darkness. A brief inspection reveals their eggs. Skulkers, whispers Ditch, pulling one of the creatures free from its shell, stabbed through by his dagger. The stone hurler who joined you at the Godsman looks upset by the dead thing. She darts between a few clusters, making scooping motions and nodding. Are you crazy? Falca frowns. There's a lot of eggs, Ollie bemoans, squinting ahead into the distance. Makes my feigned skin crawl. He doesn't finish the sentence. You imagine countless more eggs in every direction just outside. Let's examine them more thoroughly. Cracked eggs reveal twisted and dead carcasses, but the one Ditch stabbed looks like the skulkers you've seen before. These may have escaped being warped by their shells, says Alfwin. Interesting. We're gonna do what she wants to do. She finds a cluster of palm-sized eggs and begins gathering them, innocently nodding if to say, this is fine. You're not sure if it's more comforting or terrifying that she's unafraid, but nobody intervenes. Soon you leave the nest behind. Ew. That's some free morale, or renown, rather. Not morale. It's nice stuff, important stuff. The caravan stops to rest their feet and eat. The only thing good about this damn beacon we're walking around is there's no reason to hide a campfire, says Krumar, chomping on some burnt meat. The conversation turns towards some of Krumar's war exploits and devolves quickly into a rowdy debate about who could beat who in a fight. Alright, how about Ditch and Bach, grins Ollie. In a fair fight, asks Krumar. Bach and his girlfriend? No question. Ditch pouts and crosses his arms as everyone else laughs. But I'd put all my gold on Falca over almost any of you spindly milkmaids, he smiles. Now in a fight against Avarl, none of you have a chance. The ravens laugh. Well, who could hope to stand against the unkillable Krumar? Quips Spar. Nobody yet, but I hope someday to face down a Sunder, says Krumar. Spar grins. What about a Sunder Slayer? There's a long silence. What do you think, Sunder Slayer? Krumar asks, putting you on a spot. Think you could take me? I would need both arms. I wouldn't even need both arms. The others respond with delight, and that's something I'd pay to see, Valka says. But you know what I think? We need to get moving. The others grumble and roll their eyes, but soon you're back on the road. Thanks, Valka, for keeping us with our eyes on the prize. Branches rise ahead of you, like gnarled hands reaching towards the skies, their fingers peppered with thorns. This was once a healthy farce, now just another obstacle. Though the branches lay a bare clearing here, another there, as if a fire had cleared half the forest before the darkness came. Bolvark knew we'd have little choice but to pass through here, Ivan says. Going around would cost days. You consider your inevitable approach. Folko, what's your gut say this time? Her tired head shake is telling. They'll use the trees so we can't tell numbers or direction. They're not worried about losses. Once they start coming, I don't expect them to stop. Standing on ground is a sure way to be overrun. But we should go now, before they've really dug in. She pauses a moment before adding, this is gonna suck. Should we do a rest? I don't know. I didn't take any injuries, so I don't think a rest is necessary. And it might be worse for us if we do that. Who knows? Yeah, we need to just push, I think. We need to keep moving here. Shields, Volca calls, and a tone you're starting to become familiar with. The ravens do their best, but progress is slow. Each fallen creature is replaced by two more. Eventually you find yourself stopped and surrounded. Cut a swath, Volca huffs. Before we can push any further, watch the flanks. It's basically at the point where I would end the episode, and if I do any level ups, it's not going to get saved. If I push on for another hour, I risk playing too long. Ivor's still really hurt. It's not great. It's nice to finally have some ranged units again, though. I have to say I missed them in the previous game, Banner Saga 2. I might put Ollie's Lucky Flask on somebody like Ivan. Extra movement is pretty good on him, actually. I think I'll keep it so that he can run around the battlefield. You need some kills, my friend. How often can we get leveled? I think it's smarter to level up Kiwi and maybe even oh, Castaway can't level up right now. Can level up this though to give her more damage. I think that's a good call. Hopefully I remember to do this when I come back. So you got a lot of break, which is awesome. It's pretty useful. I'd much rather have Ivor in the mix though. I'd probably give him willpower.